Hello and welcome back to another installment to PokeFodder, where I discuss AR and geolocation mobile games. In today's video, we're going to make it nice and simple. We are talking about the Epic Advantage Tournament for Jurassic World Alive. Jurassic World Alive version 2.7 has been out for almost a week now, and I hope you guys are enjoying the boost shuffle. Honestly, it's pretty fun. It's fun being able to try out new things, move things around. As for me, I don't have enough boosts to run an arena team and a tournament team at the same time. So basically, if I go in the arena, I have to wipe out all my boosts, reallocate, and then reverse to go back into the tournament. But we're talking about tournament battles for today. I am running a Gigacent because I live in a local one, and I am looking for compies. Although they're proving to be a little more difficult than I personally would like for them to come by. I live in a local one, so there's nothing special about them other than they're an epic creature, and they should be spawning here. And it's I would just like to see more than I have, but I am pretty fortunate that I'm in a local one. But let's get into the tournament. Here is the tournament team that I'm running: Gamma, Thyla, Flea, what is that? Intellichops, Indom, Gen 2, Sarcorixes. The nerf was probably too much. After seeing it in this, it's just another creature. And then I'm running compies at 19. Hopefully I get to show it off a little bit for you. I'm not going to purposely put it in a situation just to show it off. I hope that naturally, organically, it happens. And then I have Woolly Rhino. Every Woolly Rhino I've seen, mine included, is max boosted for attack. So you always have to be prepared for those. 1210 is my highest. I'm pretty sure I'm not there right now. Probably not far off. Well, let's jump into our first battle, see what we get. It's really kind of been a tale of two different tournaments. Oh, and we get compies here. For me personally, basically, I'm either seeing teams that I completely destroy, or I'm facing teams that completely destroy me. There's not been just a whole lot of in between. And so, I'll go in some streaks where I win, and then some streaks where not so much. And I'll tell you what, for the longest time, I did not think cloak or dodge was working for anybody. I'm not saying it wasn't working for me. I'm saying anybody. I want to say Friday, pretty much every single cloak and dodge was hit through on both sides. And it was to the point that I'm like, is this even working? But as you can see, obviously it is. And wow, this is another nice. I mean, that's probably pretty beefy Brontolasmus there. But fierce up against, I'll take it. Now here's where you have to be careful of a rhino swap. I'm just going to eat it if there's a rhino swap. Okay. I'll deal with a Thyla. The thing that makes Compy so good in this is I don't know that anybody is really running anything that has area of effect that does group attacks. Let's risk it for the biscuit here. Let's see what happens. We're gonna go cloak. I have lost to some really, really, like, you see my team levels. I've lost to teams that are really low leveled, so it's always disappointing. It's crazy what level boosts can do to erase the level deficit, and even more so, type advantage just is everything in this game. I think because I'm up 2-1, I think we're gonna bring in the compies. And first things first, we're gonna go here. Now my opponent should do the resilient, and that's what they should do. And one compy down. And then I'm going to hop and mock, although I don't really want that to be the priority here. How long am I slowed for? Just this turn? All right. Oh, I lost another compy. Alert Scurry should bring one back for me and give me the speed advantage. And then I'm going to eat another one. I'm going to have another compy knocked out here. What is Alert the Flock? Okay. Interesting. So they're just going to keep them in. I'm going to go ahead and swap out here. If I get a chance to swap back in, I think my Alert the Flock, when I swap in, will revive one of my creatures. I'm not 100% positive on that. But without area of attack, the most I can lose is one creature per turn. And this is just going to be, I don't have my Fierce left, and I think my opponent only drew resilient creatures from what I can tell or what I can remember. Oh, they had Thyla, which was a wild card, eh? And this should get things done. So we winner chicken dinner. Got to see a little compies in there, and not a bad start. So 12-10 was my high. If I win the next two, I will equal that amount. Battle number 2. Fresh off the win, no compies this time, but we're going to we got Gamma. As far as how I boosted my team, there was a really say what? Okay. I mean, okay. There was a really strategic way that I boosted it. I did this big algorithmic formula. I crunched numbers. I ran some spreadsheets. And then I came up with evenly across the board. So my Gamma is 10-10-10. There were no spreadsheets. There was nothing of the sort. Now I really should just hit and run here. There was no rhyme or reason. I had my team boosted, and then I deboosted to go to do some arena battles. And then when I came back, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go even Steven across the board. Like, what if Ludia created these creatures, and at HQ they're sitting there going, you dummies, trying to do all these formulas, trying to figure out what's best and this and that. Wow, that's a knockout. All you have to do is boost everything evenly, and you'll have the best team possible. That was my thought process behind all this anyways. So, like with, well, this is 20. This is the exception. This doesn't count. But with my compies, so at 21, it would be 777, right? And I did, what did I do? I did 666, and then that's such a bad number that I added 1 to something. And that's how I came up with the number that I did. I think I'm just going to launch Gamma. And this is what I was talking about. Like my opponent, 20, 20, and 21. That's really under-leveled. And that's what I was talking about earlier, where it's kind of either been I dominate them or they dominate me. There haven't been just a whole lot of, that really could have gone either way. There have been some, but not nearly as many as in tournaments past. And this one wasn't really even all that close. I feel bad for my opponent, actually, because probably, I mean, unless they just didn't draw a good hand and they have stuff that's really good. I'm going to go out and check, see if I have a compy spawn off my scent, and I do not. Do I have a compy spawned? Because I will cut this video short. All right, no compies. We're at 2-0. We're gonna press our luck. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, and stop. If you remember that game. So, basically, that's how I got where I am. There's very, very few teams and no compies for you on the third and final battle of this. But it's been fun. This ends soon, I think on Tuesday maybe. And I will have to decide on an arena team. Yikes. A gold Rixies. I haven't seen many gold Rixies. I have seen one today. None yesterday. I probably, like in all likelihood there, I could have gone speed up. but that did not. And then I'm going to go here. I should have gone speed up, because then that would have made my turn 2 pretty easy, except for they could have just swapped into Rhino, which is what I kind of expect everybody to do. Like, it is so prevalent, and there are some big monsters out there. Some of these Rhinos swap in like 2,600 at gold, so it on turn 2, like on 2,600 for the swap in, and then on turn 2, just an absolute massive amount of damage, somewhere like 30 something, so 26, maybe 32. So you're looking at, you know, almost 6k damage in 2 turns. I'm going to I'm gonna see what happens if I bring Thyla in here. I'm hoping that they go, I don't know what I'm hoping actually. Hoping that they go not Resilient Rampage, which is kind of all they had left. But I do want to get that bleed. And sometimes I just play wrong. That, you know, I might have been playing this one incorrectly. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to take out Rixie's. Okay, so that's the end of Bracky, but then Rixie's is gonna come in. Rixie's isn't all that strong. I don't remember how much it did for turn 1 damage. But I can slow it. How fast is my Thyla? 137, probably not enough. 25%? Oh, and yikes. And he can just go, no. I would have thought they would go stun, stun, and then attack. But they did not. So they kind of gave up their Rixies there. I appreciate. And I still have Gamma. I'm sitting decent, I think. And maybe my opponent knows that they misplayed there. And they are now Splitsville. Blue, you're my boy. Look at that gold attack. Well, 135. I've got that covered with my Gamma, so we should be set. And I think my opponent has dipped away. We're gonna go 3-0. I'm sure it's happened before, right? I mean, I don't know that it has, but I'm sure. There's no way. I'm not even going to. Man, I don't know what to do here. I could bring in Gamma, but I'm afraid they have a Rhino. Like, I don't trust anybody who is AFK. I just don't trust it at all. I think everybody's trying to bait me into, oh, I'll bring in my weak Gamma, and then they bring out this massive Rhino. That's not going to be the case here. But then they bring out this massive Rhino, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, now it's 2-2, and I don't know what to do. 3-0, not really even close. 3 pretty distinct wins, which is going to get me up to my high score for the tournament. Not bad work if you can get it. One more compy check. And no compies, no compies. Remember, you do have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, to dart epic creatures. Hasteagle, Blue, Troodon. If you were doing the achievement where you have to dart 130 or 140 different creatures, I would go at least 1 blue and 1 hast. Other than that, whatever your needs are. Troodon, you can get, I want to say it's local 3, don't quote me on that, but you can get that one normally, so I'd probably skip it, and that's just my personal opinion. I'm going to take my 3-0 and I'm going to cut the video here, so until next time.